Hi guys, welcome back again today to my YouTube channel guys. Today is practically the first time I'm going to be doing a sit down video on this channel guys. So my name is Linda. I'm a single mom who recently moved to the UK with my two boys guys. So today's video, I've had a lot of people messaging me, sending me DMs on Instagram. You can check me out on Instagram as well at Liano Fashion School, also at Linda's Reality guys, the same name on this channel guys. You can check me out there. So some people have been coming to my DMs to ask me questions, like even people that are not following me. They've been asking me that how did I do it, which visa did I come with, and which document did I use to bring my children to the UK, did I get a consent letter from their father, and all of that. So if you see me looking at my computer screen, just know that I'm trying to make sure that I don't forget anything guys. This is a visa that I did all by myself. I did not use an agent. I did not use anybody to secure this visa. I took my time to study the UKVI website, guys. So first, this is going to be a straightforward video. I'm not going to dabble. I'm not going to make it too long for you guys. So if you, this has nothing to do with being a single mom alone. If you're a single dad as well, a single parent actually. So I'm also going to be talking about when you are trying to bring in a child that is below 18, that is not your biological child. Maybe a child that is depending on you, maybe your mother's last child, or your someone that you have always trained, someone that's always that depends on you basically. Okay, that child has to be below 18 as well. I'm also going to be talking about the documents you'll be needing to get that child. So I know you clicked on this video because you want to get this information. Please do well to give this video a thumbs up guys. So basically the document that you need for you to sponsor a child, not consent letter. I've seen so many parents made the mistake of getting a consent letter from their spouse, and at the end of the day their children's visa gets rejected. So the basic document you need is called sole custody and responsibility guys. So you cannot stress that enough. It's called sole custody and responsibility. So some people also get sole custody alone without the responsibility, but the UKVI needs sole custody and responsibility. I really don't know if this applies to the US or if it applies to Canada or Australia or any other country as well. But for the UK, they don't need you to get a consent letter from your spouse or the father or the mother of the child. If you are a single father and you want to travel with your kids without their mother, you need to go to the court and apply for a sole custody and responsibility. You need to get a lawyer. If you're also a single mother and you are trying to relocate with your kids to the UK and their father is not coming along with you guys, you need a sole custody, sole responsibility document. Very important. So some mothers have gone to the court to get a sole custody and their children's visa has also been rejected because there was no responsibility. And mind you, sometimes you get this sole responsibility, sole custody and responsibility. The UKVI also wants you to prove, maybe they see your application, the way it was packaged and all of that. They also want you to go further to explain to them how you have been solely responsible for these children. So first, let me tell you how you are going to get this document. It's not an affidavit. It's a document that you must file in court. You have to get a lawyer to file this document for you, and sometimes it takes the space of 4 weeks for it to be out. Maximum 6 weeks you get your judgment. Okay, so you get a lawyer to file this case for you. You have to get a good lawyer. It's not so expensive. I think between 150 to 200,000 it will be done. All your children can come into one document. Don't let any lawyer deceive you. All your children, like me, all my children came into one document. I did not have to pay separately for any of my children guys. The same amount was what I paid for all of them, and their names came into one document. Okay, so for my case, I was solely really responsible, and the father of my children is not in contact with my children. He wasn't paying any bills. He wasn't looking for them. So I had all the proof, all the school fees receipts, everything to provide the receipt I've been using to buy them stuff, that my name was showing on those receipts. That is what basically the lawyer will need from you. Obviously, we're in Nigeria, everything can be done actually, but I had all of the evidences to prove that I was solely responsible for these children. Okay, you're going to appear in court just once. You appear in court once just to state your case, and that's it. Your lawyer will take it up from there, and within the space of 4 weeks, 5, 6 weeks, your document will be out. So and make sure when your lawyer, because you know they're going to finally type the judgment and give it to the judge to sign, make sure you let your lawyer know that this document should state sole custody and responsibility. Okay, that is sole custody slash responsibility. That is what the UKVI wants for this document, guys. Don't let anybody tell you get a consent letter from the father of your child. No. Okay, also if you are a widower or if you are a widow, you can get a birth certificate. Death certificate, I'm sorry. Death certificate is what you need to be able to relocate with your child. Good. So I've seen so many people also going to get death certificate and all of that, and the UKVI still asks them to prove. For you to avoid UKVI asking you to prove, you need to submit, when you're applying for this visa for your kids, you need to submit the burial, at least evidences from the burial, like the obituary poster, pictures from the burial, different things. Of course, if you really lost a spouse, there have to be evidences, pictures and things to prove that your spouse is really no more alive. Okay, so make sure you provide those documents. And there's a particular office you go, not, they don't accept the hospital death certificate. You go to Nigerian Population Census. Okay, go to ask in your local government how you can get a death certificate. You go to Nigerian Population Census and they'll give you the certificate from there. Okay, so that's if you are a widow or you are a widower, you intend to relocate with your kids. So like in my case, I got the sole custody and the sole responsibility, and I applied for my kids. I just attached some of their school fees received, some of the receipt I've been using to buy stuff for them. That was exactly what I used to secure my visa, and I didn't get any NSF. So either you're applying for a student visa or you're applying for a skilled worker visa, any global talent visa, any kind of visa that you're applying for as a single parent, either a single mom or a single father, just bear in mind that the important document you need to be able to travel with your kids as an alone parent is a sole custody slash responsibility, guys. I hope I've been able to explain this properly to you guys. So now let's come to the case of those people you want to sponsor a child that is not your biological child, either your sister's child, your niece, your nephew, your mother's last child, a child that is below 18. So the document you need to sponsor a child that is below 18, that is not your biological child, is called a legal guardian document, guys. A lawyer will also need to file this for you, and they fall under the same category. When you talk to a lawyer, they'll call it adoption. It's actually not adoption document. It's different from adoption, guys. So it's also between 150 to 200,000, guys. So if you need any contact of a lawyer, like the lawyer that did this for me, I will be glad to supply this lawyer's contact to you. Okay, so but it's between 150,000 to 200,000 naira as well to get a legal guardian document. But once they give you the requirement, the things that you need to provide, like your work history, they'll give you a list of documents you need to provide for you to get a legal guardian. They'll say the list shows, when you go to court or your lawyer brings the list for you, it shows adoption is the same requirement. So don't get it twisted, don't let that confuse you. A legal guardian is like I know you guys know it's like a guardian, someone that is taking the place of a parent. You are not adopting the child legally, but you are just proving to the court, or you are proving that you are a guardian to that child. So if there is any need arising for that child, you will be the one that will come as the frontliner for the child. Okay, so legal guardian, sole custody and responsibility. So now let me explain this to some people. Some people have been asking about names of the passport in their children. I've seen some mothers come to my DM on Instagram to ask me what name did me and my children have the same name in my passport. Should they change their children's name? You know, a lot of controversies about name and changing name of the children. Okay, now let me explain to you. First, I and my children, we did not have the same name in our passports. It doesn't change anything. And I've also seen some mothers who has the same name with their children in their passport. Like me, I'm bearing my father's name. My children, they are bearing their father's name. We did not have the same name in our passport, and that was not an issue at all. So even if you and your children have the same name in your passport, as far as you are able to prove to UKVI that you got this sole custody and responsibility from court, is not an issue. So some mothers, they said that their children's father is not in their children's life, so they gave their children their own father's name, which is also all right. Everybody have a reason why they do what they do. that is not a criteria for your children's visa to be refused. Give your children any surname you want them to have. What is important is your sole custody and sole responsibility. So I've spoken with some mothers who have the same name with their children, their own father's name. I've also spoken with some mothers who still kept their ex-husband's name and also with their children, and they never had any issue in securing their visas as well. So to clear this hair, the name is not a criteria for your visas to be refused. Just make sure you get a good lawyer to file the sole custody and responsibility for you, and make sure you get some few receipts to back it up in case the UK VI is asking you. They want you to prove further how you have been responsible for these children. Okay, but in my case, I would like to state that I and my children, we have different names in our passport, and it was not a criteria for their visa to be refused. I applied the same time with my children. We came to the UK the same day, and we didn't have any issues during the visa application. So guys, if you have watched this video till this time, and if you have gained one or two from this video, please give this video a thumbs up, and don't forget to like my videos. You can reach me out on Instagram. I'll put my Instagram handle on the screen, and I'll be glad to answer every of your questions. Like I said before, elder skilled worker visa, student visa, global talent visa, any kind of visa you are using to migrate to the UK with your kids as a single mom or as a single dad, these are the documents that you need, because this is exactly what I used. And if you go to UK VI website to confirm, this is exactly what is stated there. Some people don't take their time to read all of this stuff. This is exactly what I've said now, is what is stated there, and I just follow suit, because a lot of people were telling me a consent letter, this, that. So I went to UK VI website, I studied the website thoroughly. I also came to YouTube, tried to get this information. There was no information about single parents, so I did it and I came across it. And there's also a single parents group on Telegram. If you watch this video and you also like to belong to the single parent group, send me a DM on Instagram. I will be glad to add you to the single parents group on Instagram. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate you guys clicking on this video, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.